Bem-vindos! Aqui estamos nós de volta com a nossa aventura Saint Kotar, joguinho que nós jogamos a demo, acho que o ano passado, um pouquinho antes. E o jogo me chamou bastante atenção e eu decidi voltar. E aqui estamos nós de volta com Saint Kotar e estreando um novo microfone, que eu ainda preciso dar umas ajustadinhas, né? Mas finalmente, agora não parece mais que eu tô falando de dentro de um barril ou sei lá, de dentro de uma fossa. Agora sim, nós estamos com um microfone bem bonitão e vamos lá. E graças a Deus, o jogo tá em português do Brasil. Olha, só por isso esses caras já merecem um bom incentivo, viu? Porque é um jogo indie que eles já mandam uma tradução em português, maravilha. Então vamos lá.
Father,
Opa.
please don't leave. It's dark. The witch could be hiding in here.
Ixi.
Don't do this.
Ixi.
I'm sorry if I have sinned. I didn't mean to, please.
Oh. Novo cursor. Ok. Tá. Eita, já começou com o molequinho aqui já preso no porão. Ixi, prendeu no porão. Nossa, ele tá se movendo bem rápido, hein? Deixa eu ver. Ah, tá. Aqui, com o direito eu... Vela.
Mother has dozens of the same in her room. Each has an engraving with a big scary eye inside a triangle.
Hã? Peraí, a vela tem olho? Ô, louco. Mesa de cabeceira.
My old nightstand. Mother said they threw it away. There's a matchbox inside the drawer.
Nossa senhora. Aperte o botão esquerdo, controle a caixa de fósforo para pegar o item. Ah, peraí. Como? Peraí. Ah, tá. Entendi.
I can now try to light up the room.
Sim.
Where are you?
Eita.
Mother, I'm in the basement.
For God's sake, we'll get seat in that place. Get out immediately.
Oh, mas o pai que prendeu eu aqui.
To hear the prayers, son. What are you waiting for?
You live there? Why would you do that?
Joseph, pra que fazer isso?
It's his behavior that did that.
Hã?
He was good all day. He helped me with the weeds.
And he talked to a kid at the
Falou com uma criança no funeral.
When did this happen?
Ué, ele não pode conversar com ninguém no funeral?
Of course you did. Because you
Ixi.
on this
Ó, a discussão.
I should lock you all downstairs. You all need to learn. Where is she? Where's our daughter?
Eita ferro. Tá no retrato do personagem. Ah, agora sim. Caixa de fósforo. Aqui. Eita, já começou.
Mother has dozens of the same in her room.
Tá, eu sei.
Mother has...
Ah, peraí. Acho que deu ruim aqui. Ué, peraí. Pressiona o botão direito do mouse no controle para examinar a caixa. Ah, precisa examinar primeiro, é isso, né?
There are at least a dozen matches inside the box.
Tá. E aí? Então, ó. Aqui, ó. Caixa de fósforo mais vela. Vamos? Que é isso?
Help! Mother! Help me!
Aperte rapidamente 2 vezes o botão esquerdo no mouse para correr. Cadê?
You silly. What are you doing? It's me.
Ixi! Ah, nossa! Que é
I'm
isso?
sorry. I thought you were that witch. How many times do I have to tell you? Witches don't exist. And it's just the two of us here.
Victoria. Ah, a irmãzinha dele. Ok. Nossa, você está errada. Papai nunca mentiria para nós.
You're wrong. Father would never lie to us. About what now? About the witch that cursed our bloodline.
Nossa senhora.
He's just trying to scare us with stories so we don't do anything wrong. And today you did wrong, so he punished you by locking you down here in the dark.
O que eu fiz? Eu ainda não entendi o que eu
What
fiz.
did I do? I still don't understand. You talked to that tall boy. Don't you remember? We are not allowed
Nossa
to talk to
senhora,
other
não podemos
people
mais falar com
anymore.
outras pessoas,
They are
elas são
evil.
más.
I thought that meant we must avoid adults. How am I supposed to make friends then? Mother said we have each other and God. She's right. I don't think we need anyone else.
Ixi, todo mundo louco. Por que você está
Why are
aqui?
you here? I heard Father talking to himself before going to get you in your room. So I ran here and hid.
Ixi, papai falando
But
sozinho,
why?
fudeu.
You know he's going to be very angry at you once he finds out. Because I've promised I wouldn't let you be alone in the dark again. And when I promise something, you never break a promise. I know. I'm glad you were here.
Oh. Eu esqueci o rosto pálido da nossa
I
tia.
can't forget our aunt's white face. Me neither. She looked so different. Her head was so bloated and pallid.
É, ela tava morta, né?
Eyes and hair, so dark.
Como assim, escuro? O olho dela tava
Curse
aberto?
did that to her.
A maldição fez isso, cara.
Don't be ridiculous. She's at peace now. That's all that matters. I hope she is.
Ih!
Rand was once such a beautiful woman, full of life.
Ah, ó o
perfect
papo.
creation
Ó o papo
of
do cara.
God. But her fate was nothing more than a Sunday morning rite, and the witch's curse just a fairy tale story. Evil is everywhere, my dear children. It is hiding in the shadows of this world. It takes form of animals, and it possesses people.
Vixe Maria.
Father, please forgive.
You should look up to your sister. Unlike you, she values God and this family.
Ué, ela dá?
It's my fault he went to talk to that boy. I ignored him because I was looking into the coffin and I lost sense of time. Ah, I beg you, don't hurt him anymore.
You must learn to be alone with God. You must learn. You all must learn what true faith is.
Ixi. Caralho.
It was just a dream.
Ah,
I
agora
often
sim,
think
eu
about
lembrei
that
essa
peculiar
parte.
day, but I've never relived it so vividly in my dreams. Why now? Why in this place? I need my glasses. I can't even think without them.
Tá, ó a bibliazinha aqui. Rosário. Ah, tá. Ah, não, tá um pouquinho diferente da demo. Passaporte. Ok. Topo do encosto do sofá.
Nothing here except a thick layer of dust.
Chão. Cuidado pra não pisar no óculos.
Here they are. Fallen to the floor, but still intact. Thinking of the dream I had, I don't remember going to sleep at all. We came in, and then we came in. Victoria and Nikolai went upstairs to prepare for the castle, and then nothing. I must have fainted. I have to talk to Victoria at once.
Ok, que é isso? Fale com Victoria. Onde ela está? Não tem mapa. Ok. Bom, esse comecinho aqui eu achei muito melhor do que o comecinho da demo, que o comecinho da... Quer dizer, na verdade não é que eu achei ruim o comecinho da demo, se vocês se lembram. É que eu achei meio... bizonho, sabe? Mas novamente, não é que esse aqui pareceu mais amigável que é de água benta.
Is this meant to represent a basin? Like at the entrance of a church? This is blasphemy. That's not holy water for sure. It has a weird smell. Looks disgusting. I'm staying away from it.
Ok, tem mais alguma coisa pra ver? Ah, ok. Lado de fora.
Those tall, dark trees strike me with dread, even in daylight. It seems like I'm not the only one to have that feeling. The path ends abruptly right at the entrance of the forest.
Sim, ok. Ah, maravilha. Adventure moderno, que você não precisa fazer caçada de pixels. Muito bom.
A cold, black fireplace that hasn't been used in ages. The same feeling I'm getting from the rest of the house.
Tá. Ah, eu queria ver se... Nossa, eu queria ver... Porta ainda não. Lampião. Vamos pegar o lampião. Que pra todo jogo, né? Get lamp.
I checked it last night. It's useless. There's not enough oil inside.
Ei, caceta. Pintura. Vamos ver a pintura então.
This woman eerily reminds me of Victoria in her younger days.
Orra! Tá. Ok, vamos pra cá. Não, hã? Peraí, peraí. Nossa, olha só isso aqui. Parece uma boneca de trapo horrível. Tá bom. Ah, já tô vendo várias melhoras em relação à demo aqui. Agora dá pra enxergar melhor e parece que eles fizeram uma ampliada aqui. Nikolai!
Nikolai?
Yes, Benedict?
Onde está
Where's
Victor?
Victoria?
I don't know.
Do you have the slightest idea why Victoria rented this dreary house?
I don't even know how she found it.
Looks like the owner is some kind of artist. Or is at least convinced to be. Very morbid taste. Strange figures.
I agree. I've never seen so many masks in my life. Especially not placed on walls.
Ok. Que
That's
pintura
a strange
estranha.
painting.
It is. Take a better look at it, and tell me what you see.
Why?
Please, do as I say. I'll get to the point.
Vamos ver. Olhos.
Mean eyes at the edge of a wicked soul. That is not a mere shadow. It's a symbol of darkness, of evilness devouring this lost man. A snake-like mouth implies a man who cannot be trusted, at the very least.
Ok. Eu acho que o começo da demo, quando é apresentado o Nikolai, foi mais intrigante. Foi uma melhora, mas ao mesmo tempo foi um downgrade. Pareceu muito comunzinho essa apresentação do Nikolai. Na demo você fica meio tipo, mano, quem é essa pessoa? Né? Mas tudo bem. Já dei uma olhada na
I've taken
pintura.
a closer look at the painting.
You don't recognize this man?
I've never seen him before.
And nothing happened to you by looking at him?
Why would anything happen to me?
Last night, after your sister and I came upstairs, she was getting ready for the castle, and I was standing right here, and I wonder, yesterday when we boarded the train, was anyone else in our cabin?
Só nós três?
Just the three of us.
But once the train left Budapest, wasn't there a man who came in?
By placing the sign, "Do not disturb" on our doorknob, I made sure this wouldn't happen. The only time that door opened was when the conductor peered in to tell us we have arrived at our destination.
E você não me respondeu. Por que aconteceria algo comigo? O que há de errado com essa
You
pintura?
haven't answered. Why would anything happen to me? What's wrong with this painting?
I don't know yet. Please, just follow me as I go over yesterday's events. I'll get to the point. And when we left the train station, no one was following us? Didn't Victoria notice him?
Notice whom? Your dear wife was over the moon to have finally arrived at Kotar. She couldn't stop talking about the place, but said nothing about anyone following us.
Right. And on our way to the house, we stopped at the square. There was a strange ritual taking place, with a gigantic effigy. What was it like?
Aquela massa de pessoas reunidas.
And what about the mass of hooded people that gathered there? It was a dreadful scene.
I remember the goosebumps when hearing the crowd pray as one voice, though.
Let me tell you what happened after that.
Nós achamos o caminho que levava até... eu tô achando o personagem, o Nikolai aqui muito mais amigável. Eu tô sentindo falta do Nikolai da demo, que tá muito mais irracível, muito mais cínico. Mas vamos ver, vamos ver. Enfim.
We found the path which led us to this house. What happened when Victoria knocked?
Well, we realized the door was actually ajar.
And the owner wasn't here. Just silence. Dead awful silence.
Tá, esse comecinho aqui tá muito expositivo.
Once we entered the house.
Tá, só achei meio expositivo esse comecinho aqui.
We went upstairs to prepare for the castle exhibition,
Leaving me to wander alone downstairs in complete darkness. You found nothing odd about the house being empty and unlocked?
I did, but Victoria said it's nothing to worry about. So I just followed her.
Tá. A demo não explicava nada e o jogo mesmo tá me explicando muito aqui no começo. Mas tudo bem, vamos
We
seguir.
never went to the castle?
You don't remember?
Só me lembro procurar por uma luz, depois mais
The
nada.
last thing I remember is searching for a light. And then nothing.
What do you mean?
I mean, everything after was only a dream. But I don't even remember going to sleep. Victoria dragged me into this town to make me attend that piddling exhibition in the castle. We never went there, did we? Which means I left the monastery only to spend a horrible night in this house.
We both fell into an inexplicable void. Something is terribly wrong here.
Tá certo. Tá, o que aconteceu na noite passada?
Tell me what happened last night. What's wrong with this painting? And where's Victoria?
I'm afraid I don't have the answers. What happened is that while I was waiting for her to get ready, my attention was drawn by this painting. Next moment, I was seeing myself relive yesterday's events, with one difference. The man in the painting was there the whole time.
O tempo todo.
The whole time?
He was in our cabin, and he was that gigantic effigy the inhabitants set on fire. Shortly afterwards, he emerged from the crowd in human form again, unchanged, and then led us towards the house. Once we got here, he jumped on my back and asked me to carry him upstairs. I was happy.
Que?
I felt like a father carrying his own
Que
child.
isso?
Carrying this being on your back must have some weird symbolic meaning.
He was holding so tightly that I could feel his long, sharp fingernails penetrate my throat. After we finally got upstairs, I was so upset and in pain that I had to throw him off. I quickly turned around to reprimand him and instead saw a human-sized crow
Que
with no
isso?
eyes and a blood-stained beak. It croaked at me and then soared inside the painting. I wanted to run off, but couldn't. I was in shock, too terrified. That was the moment I woke on the bed, fully dressed and disoriented. Victoria wasn't here.
Por que me fez todas essas perguntas estranhas sobre
Why did
ontem?
you ask me all those strange questions about yesterday?
I had to separate the dream from the real, as the dream was startlingly real.
Startlingly real, just like my own dream. We should leave this accursed house at once.
After I woke, I noticed Victoria didn't even sleep on this bed. So I went downstairs to check if she was there, perhaps. I found only you, still asleep on the couch, and the door locked. That's when I started to think.
Ok. Vamos ter que arrombar a porta pra sair, já não
We
tem mais
have to
chave.
force our way out of here because we don't have the key.
We are guests in this house, and needless to say, men of God. We must leave without doing any damage. I've already searched this floor for a key, and tried to open the balcony door, but it's locked or stuck in some way.
Tá certo. E as janelas?
What about the windows?
Strangely enough, or maybe for a good reason, they are made in a way that prevents them from being opened. Stay here and give it a second look. Whatever you can find that could help us. I'm going downstairs to check. Force should be our last resort to leave. Or maybe we get lucky and Victoria comes back in the meantime.
Ok. Vamos apressar então.
Let's hurry up then.
Just don't look at the man in the painting again. We don't want to risk anything.
Você pode alternar entre os outros personagens jogáveis sempre que ver ambos os retratos na tela. Tente alternar agora, pressionando no retrato menor. Cinza. Tá. Ok. Eu vou ser sincera. Se vocês não viram a demo que eu joguei, deem uma olhadinha lá, tá? Na playlist. Embora tenha explicado muito menos e a parte inicial da igreja tenha sido muito bizonha, eu achei mais interessante o começo daquela demo, porque não explicava nada. Eu até entendo porque talvez muita gente tenha reclamado, que tipo, nossa, não explicou nada, a gente sobe, já tem o cunhado dele brigando, reclamando, dizendo que é negócio, não sei o que, e é isso, não explica nada. E eu acho que por causa dessas reclamações fizeram essa introdução mais expositiva aqui. Eu acho que foi um downgrade, na minha opinião, mas enfim, ainda tá interessante. Ok, vamos verificar as coisas aqui com o outro personagem.
I didn't notice this painting in the dark last night. I don't like the look of this woman. It's driving me mad.
Que isso? Vamos pegar o
I
lampião?
don't need that. My eyes fare better in the dark.
Eita, chega melhor no escuro, tá bom. Eita ferro!
It doesn't look inviting, but I think I see something in there.
Nossa senhora, nem terminei de verificar as coisas. Eita, já? Caceta. A pintura, não vou olhar pra pintura. Vamos ver isso aqui.
Codex Niva, Heart of Pagopice, and Dino Tominic. I've never heard of these works.
Tá certo. Bom, vamos abrir as cortinas.
I need light. I'm pretty sure it's not locked, but rather just stuck. Not sure what's the cause, because both sides of the door are heavily grimed from the outside.
Tá certo. Opa, tem alguma coisa embaixo da porta.
It looks like mud. It has a sickly odor. How did it end up on a balcony? If I could push it back with a stick or something similar, I might be able to open the door.
Por que eu vi? Olha só, isso aqui parece um desenho de uma estátua de coração, algo assim. Bom, vamos ver a cama.
A yellow blanket, wrinkled only on one side of the bed.
Tá certo.
A giant bowl made out of clay, filled with what seems to be some type of oil. It's a giant tree with dozens of corpses hanging from its branches, and skulls that feed its roots.
Nossa, não tô chegando. Tá difícil de enxergar, mas. Guarda-roupa, vamos abrir.
All I see here is a lonely coat rack.
Tá, vamos ver o cabideiro. Anda.
Forgive me, God, but I must take this. I think it'll fit perfectly under the balcony door.
Ah, tá, a haste do cabideiro. Tá certo. Me perdoe, Deus. Não sei por que me perdoe, Deus. Você não tá roubando nada ainda, filho. Você só tá pegando esse negócio aqui. Que isso? Pronto, põe aqui embaixo.
I was right. It fits perfectly underneath. Looks like there's mud on the outside. That should be enough to open the door.
Ok, abre a porta.
My God. Nikolai, come upstairs quickly. You must see this.
Coming!
Come closer. Take a look at this.
O que tem na varanda?
Oh, God.
O que tem aí? Ah! Ixi, resíduo não identificado.
What is this? It looks like a mixture of earth, blood, and
Flesh.
Cabeça de
all
corvo.
crows look exactly the same to me. But this one seems to be missing its eyes.
Indeed. Just like the one in your dream.
Ah. Olha só, os corvos comem os olhos dos outros. Agora foi o corvo que teve o olho comido. Pegar o cabideiro?
A rotten wooden stick. I don't need it. A rotten...
Então por que tem um negócio de mãozinha? Opa, tem marcas aqui.
Have you noticed these marks on the door? They were unnoticeable with the door closed.
I don't think these are just random marks. It's a symbol. And it looks like it was made by sharp fingernails.
Como assim você acha que foi feito por unhas afiadas? Ok.
I don't want to look at those things again.
Tá. Deixa eu ver as coisas aqui no cerebrinho do cara. Quanto dia de sair da casa? Você sai da casa de um jeito civilizado, sem causar nenhum dano. Sou um homem de Deus. Respeito os outros e seus pertences. Devo concentrar minha busca no térreo. Um homem de Deus respeita os outros e seus pertences. Amigo, Jesus chicoteou os mercadores do templo. Aliás, precisava voltar a chicotear uma galera, Jesus, viu? Jesus tem que voltar pra chicotear outros mercadores de templo. Ah, eu posso ver essa esculturazinha aqui?
I must have seen this face before. Feels familiar in an uncanny way.
Ok, o jogo ainda está bem... Nossa senhora, deu pra ver aqui o vazamento do pixel.
It's messy only on my side of the bed. Victoria didn't even sleep last night.
Ele não vai interagir... Ah, tá. Dependendo do personagem, ele vai interagir com coisas diferentes. Ok. Bom, deixa eu só dar uma olhadinha aqui. Tá, ele não vai interagir com os livros, nem com o negócio. Pintura. Opa!
The King.
The King? Ah, tá. Deve estar escrito em... Sei lá o idioma que os personagens falam. Acho que é da Ucrânia.
The King.
Bom, vamos conversar, Benedek.
You understand now why I wanted to leave the moment I saw this house?
Calm down, Benedict.
I am calm, but we both don't remember what happened here, and we both had horrible dreams. And now this. Can you still smell that sickly odor? Don't you see the connection with your dream?
Talvez eu tenha aberto a porta na noite passada e visto a cabeça do corvo. Pode ser por isso que tive aquele sonho?
Maybe I opened the door last night and saw the crow's head. It could be the reason why I had that dream.
Doubtful. Something else is at work here. The crow looks like it's been recently decapitated, and the mud is still wet. Don't you wonder who did this? And why?
I can't think clearly in here.
Achei uma
I
chave
found
dentro
a
da
key
pia.
inside the stoop.
The key to the entrance door? Inside the stoop?
I believe so. Haven't tried it yet.
At least I won't have to walk over the devilry on the balcony, and risk an injury by jumping below.
Tá certo. Você acha que Victoria pode ser
You think
responsável?
Victoria could be responsible?
If it wasn't you, or even me,
Se não foi você
Who
ou
else could have
mesmo,
done it?
ou eu mesmo.
the man from the painting?
I knew it. Come on. You really think she's capable of such a thing? What's the matter with you?
Ué, mas foi você que
She may be
perguntou?
my sister, but I don't know her anymore. I do know she's playing with things she doesn't understand.
Ok. Coisas que ela não
Things
compreende.
she doesn't understand.
Things no one should understand. The symbol, the decapitated head,
Ué, mas
blood
como é que
and
você...
flesh.
Você tá falando de ocultismo?
You mean with occultism?
Witchcraft, I believe. She's
Ah,
playing the role of a witch to play with me, unaware of the consequences that will inevitably come.
My wife
ok.
is not a saint, but to think she's practicing demonic things is insane. think she made us forget last night and
Eu-
influenced our dreams?
No, but she's the one who picked this house. Not you, and certainly not me. That was a deliberate choice with a plan.
Tá, ok. O personagem. Eu tava sentindo falta disso do personagem da demo. Ele me todo paranoicozinho.
And what would that plan be?
I think the castle exhibition was just a lure. Her real intention was to drag me into this town to play with my beliefs and fears.
You really don't know her anymore. What happened between the two of you? She doesn't want to tell me.
She became the same person our aunt was. Godless and incredulous about our father's words. Hopefully he's at a place where he found peace. Unaware of my sister's thoughts and acts.
Ah. Bom, enfim, a chave. Vamos sair daqui, depois a gente conversa sobre isso.
You already revealed your suspicion about the key. Why are you mentioning it again?
Porque era a única opção que tinha no diálogo?
If the key is here, where is Victoria?
I don't know and I don't care. She could have locked the door from the inside, left the key, and then jumped from the balcony.
That's my point. It doesn't make any sense. Why would she do that?
I think she found a second key, because no footprints are visible on the mud outside. She didn't jump from the balcony.
Something else must have happened.
Tá certo. Enfim.
Let's go outside and make a plan to find Victoria. Our minds are being suffocated in here.
No, I've had enough of talking, and I don't intend to search for her. I'm leaving this town at once.
You can't just leave. She's your sister, for God's sake.
She stopped being that a long time ago. Just look around and think about everything we discussed today.
I'll say it again. Something else must have happened. There must be a logical explanation to all of this.
Por que você aceitou
Why
vir
did
aqui,
you
filho?
even agree to come here?
Obviously, I wanted to see and feel what it looks like in hell.
Eu estou com humor pra piadas.
I'm not in the mood for joking. Why? She mentioned she had to talk to your superior in the monastery.
And what else could she do? After I declined, the only way to have it her way was to persuade Father Imre. He must have given her his blessings only because of the assignment he had for me. Talk to the local priest about the town. See, there's nothing in the official Vatican archives about Sveti Kotar. And after coming here, I think I know why. Can we go downstairs now? I have a train to catch. I need to find that priest before then.
I'll accompany you, my brother. It's a small town. We should be able to find Victoria along our way.
Tá. Ok. Ah, ele tá me seguindo agora. Certo. Ok, ok. Estou feliz que eles não mudaram tudo da demo. Ainda tem umas coisinhas interessantes aqui.
A cold breeze is caressing my face. It's soothing. I could stay here forever. The sun is setting. Darkness will be upon us soon.
Vamos olhar isso aqui de novo.
There's nothing more in there.
Ah, aqui eu posso ver o... Ah, ele pode ver o busto. Vamos ver.
Strange piece of art, I must say.
Deixa eu salvar o joguinho aqui. Jogo. Continuar. Tá, ele vai tentar, vai dar trancada, tudo bem.
It's locked.
O que é isso aqui? Carta?
I've already read it several times.
Tá, mas eu quero ler.
Seems
Ah,
highly...
não, eu queria
My
passaporte.
passport.
Tá, não brinca. Pensei que eu ia poder ler a porcaria da carta.
Before we step outside, You have to promise that once we find your sister, you'll talk to her. There must be no arguments or secrets in this family.
Why do I have a feeling you are not leaving with me?
Can't you reevaluate your decision?
I'm leaving, Nikolai.
We never planned to leave the next day. Didn't she tell you? This house was rented for 3 nights.
She did not. So much about having no secrets between us. Please, leave me alone.
Tá bom. Eita!
Good day, gentlemen.
Good day, sir.
My name is Martin Mostov. I am a detective in the
Ixi,
service of
detetive.
the town of Kotar.
Nossa, peraí, ele tá com... Nossa, ele tem um problema na cabeça, olha aqui. Ô, louco, como podemos
How
ajudar?
can we help?
Is there anyone else inside the house?
No one. It's just me and him. Why?
Where's the woman?
The house is empty. What's going on?
We came here looking for a woman, only to find 2 scared men.
And who's the man in your company?
Dr. Eric Hatur.
Doctor?
Hatur?
Mr. Hatur, is somebody hurt?
Dr. Hatur is the warden of the
Ah,
asylum.
manicômio.
He helps the local police force with his knowledge of the mind.
Não é de falar muito, Dr.
Not a
Hatur.
man of words, Dr. Hatur.
He prefers to keep quiet, just like your friend here.
Are you looking for the owner of the house? Because we don't know where she is.
Hand the key of the house to Mr. Hatur.
Eita!
Why?
Just do as I say.
Que ótimo. Tá, né? Tô.
An unattainable
Ah, caceta. Eu quero entregar a porcaria da chave. Posso? Ah, não posso? Ah, não. Ah, posso entregar pro... Peraí, deixa eu ver a assinatura aqui.
I see hatred and malice in his eyes. Even though I've never met this man before.
The key.
Tá.
I'm sorry. Did you say something?
I heard nothing.
Are we free to go now, Martin?
No, you both have to follow me.
Why?
Ixi.
Yes, I'd like to know as well. Why do we have to follow you?
Orders from above.
How can we trust you to be what you say you are?
What's with the face? You never seen a photo of a man with an intact head? It was taken before.
Antes do incidente. Ah, tá. Nossa, ele tem uma... Ok, ok.
Where are you taking us?
Down to the police station where everything will be explained to you.
What prevents you from discussing the matter right here and now?
I'm not in the position to do that. There's a hierarchy I have to respect.
Who is the woman that you seek?
The woman's name is,
Victoria.
What for? Why do you need her?
Sir, everything will be explained to you in this station. Now, if you don't mind, please follow me.
Ok.
Whatever harrowed you through last night, it'll be nothing compared to what will happen if you do not obey.
Ô, louco. Ah, eu posso fazer escolhas aqui, né? Poxa. Eu não obedeço a ninguém.
I obey no one! Where's my wife? What happened to her? You know something about last night, don't you?
We don't know!
Enough!
Calm down.
Os dois se pegaram. Mostó, chega, se acalma.
I'm calm.
You
Don't-
shattered my walking stick. I'll make sure you don't forget your stay in Kotar. Welcome. Take them away.
Yes, Mr. Warden.
Eita ferro. Ok, as animações estão bem bizonhentas. Mas isso não é um problema tão grande, porque... Oh. Falando em problemas. Padre... Peraí. Tarefas. Preciso falar com a Victoria, onde ela está. Padre Imre, o abade do meu monastério, me deu uma tarefa estranha. Falar com o padre local de Kotar. Não há nenhuma informação sobre essa cidade nos arquivos oficiais do Vaticano. Talvez ele só esteja curioso, mas eu tenho a sensação de que a verdade é bem mais complexa. Concluído. Um jeito de sair da casa. Tá. Quero desesperadamente sair dessa casa maldita, mas tenho que me lembrar que sou um homem de Deus, não um bárbaro. Tenho que achar um jeito de sair daqui sem danos. Ok. Ok. Deixa eu ver o lampião aqui.
First sign of electricity in this town.
E o primeiro sinal de eletricidade nessa casa. Aqui, ó. Espelho negro.
I guess one could get lost by looking at this mirror for too long. It's so dark that I can't see my own reflection.
Tem alguém do outro
Anyone on
lado?
the other side? I have a train to catch. Why am I being held here like some kind of sinner?
Como tipo de pecador?
Can someone tell me what this is about? I think I heard someone. I did nothing wrong, and you have no authority over me. Let me go!
Place all your belongings inside the box. Push it back into the wall once you're done. Don't try to deceive us. We'll know.
Uh-oh. Eu quero sair daqui.
It's pointless to try. The detective has just closed and locked the door.
O homem do outro lado do espelho negro pede que todos os meus pertences sejam entregues através da caixa. Ele acha mesmo que eu vou entregar tudo o que eu tenho? Bom, vou entregar o que é mais...
It repels the darkness and keeps its fiends away from me.
Ah, tá.
I still remember my father's exact words. This Bible is part of your body now. At all costs, you must keep it until death comes.
Ok.
It's a personal document that allows me to cross borders.
Ok, então, meu passaporte eu vou entregar. Ok. O rosário? A Bíblia eu tenho que manter. Não, eu vou deixar tudo assim, vai. Tá bom. Já botei meu passaporte, tudo que importa.
Do not test our faith in you, and do not try to obscure things from us. Give us everything you have. Do not test our...
Droga. Tó, o rosário.
Do not...
Cacete.
I'm not giving my Bible to anyone, even at the cost of being tortured and executed.
Ok.
Do not test...
Pronto.
I trust you for now, but at the end of the process, you'll be searched thoroughly. Decisions have consequences in this town, little priest. Now, please step into the light so we can begin.
Tá certo.
You seem to obey orders, unlike your brother in the other room. Admirable.
He's just a brother-in-law.
So, Benedict. What a strange surname.
Ok.
Donani.
Dona
Dochnani.
Whom do you serve, Benedict Donani?
Eu sirvo apenas a Deus.
I serve only God.
We all do. But you serve him in a different way. Don't you, little priest?
I'm a monk among the ranks of the Pauline Order.
Ah, monkhood. A way of life in solitude and silence with God.
Ah, meu
Many
Deus.
believers say it's the only way to be near our Maker. What can you tell me about that brother of yours, Nikolai Kali-Akin?
Ele é um diácono.
He is a deacon.
That's not what he said to us. Are you trying to lie to me? How could he serve God if he's married to your sister?
He abandoned the path to priesthood to marry her. Deacons are allowed to serve in both houses.
After such a horrible past, God had to make it up to him.
O que você tá
What do
falando?
you mean?
His orphanage days. The mass grave they found at the orphanage.
What?
Que?
You must have heard about the witch nun from Minsk.
Vaguely. I was very young back then.
Your brother was there. You saw all those decaying child corpses in the backyard. It's horrible just thinking about it.
Não sei nada
I know
sobre
nothing
ele
about
ou o
him in his
passado dele.
past.
I think you're just trying to protect him. It's useless. We'll find out everything we want to eventually.
It's the truth. I barely spoke a word to the man before coming here.
Quite an interesting family.
Que horas são?
What time is it, officer?
Time is not relevant in this moment.
I'm under the jurisdiction of the Vatican. You have to let me go.
The church can do nothing for you here. You, like everyone else in this town, answer to me, your patron saint only. Now tell me, what brings the three of you to our little town? It's a long journey from Budapest.
Eu vou ser bem turrão nesse meu jogo. Eu me
I
recuso a responder.
refuse to answer and wish to be released immediately.
A gruesome sin has been committed. Brother Benedict, instead of answering my question, do you want to confess something?
The warden probably saw that hideous scene on the balcony. Are we now suspects? I have nothing to confess. I am sinless.
Let's continue then. You descended from up north all the way to our little isolated town in
Ah, Croácia.
Why?
We were invited to attend the exhibition at the castle.
And who invited you?
Nobody invited me. It was my sister who was invited and who made me come along.
You're lying to me. No strangers allowed to get into the castle. Invitations don't exist. Tell me the real reason.
I was dragged here by my sister. What does it matter after all? We never made it there.
Continue obscuring the truth, and you'll end up dragged into Akhrizat for eternity. Nikolai's already doomed. He's a liar and a tyrant. If it wasn't for Moscow, God knows what he could have done to the warden. But you, I feel you're different.
Ai, meu Deus.
You're not like him. We know your sister was at the castle last night. She was seen by multiple witnesses. Tell me everything I need to.
Opa, tô ouvindo. Tem certeza que era Victoria no castelo?
Are you sure that was Victoria at the castle? How was that possible? You said strangers are not welcome. Has anyone seen me or Nikolai there? I have to confess that something happened in the house we spent the night in. I don't know what exactly, but it was Victoria. She did this to me. Officer, can you hear me? Complete nothingness. First sign of electricity and... Let me out!
Ooh.
Finally, am I free to leave now?
You both have to come with me. Again.
Oh, meu Deus do céu.
Why?
Oh, where?
Beyond the wall of crosses. At last. The grandiose Church of Mary. After so many centuries, still here, still holding up against...
What are we doing here?
I'm not at liberty to talk about anything. Now walk. The chief is expecting you.
Ok. Posso salvar. Ok, esse jogo tá muito louco. Sim, substituir. Jogo. Enfim, a gente continua no nosso próximo vídeo. Até mais.